2020 has been a horrible year. The COVID pandemic has tested and challenged us, devastated our industries and drained our energy. But it hasn't broken us. If anything, this year has reinforced the importance of being in a union and the support, strength and resilience that comes from joining together with other workers in the media, entertainment and arts industries. In my section, the musicians section, most of our members have been without work since March, when live venues closed and entire concert seasons were cancelled. There have been stand downs and shocking redundancies, particularly the one at Opera Australia. But our musicians section is still growing, developing a code of conduct for gigs and protecting hard-won paying conditions in our orchestras.
Well, that's a year we best forget, I suppose. 2020, done and dusted. I want to thank you all, journalists across Australia, for the fantastic work that you've done this year. It really has shown us the best and sometimes the worst of the Australian media industry. Through the bushfires and then through the pandemic, we've had the biggest audiences that Australian media has ever had, and that's a testament to your fantastic journalism. But those audiences, we still haven't been able to turn them into a successful, sustainable business model across the entire industry. Unfortunately, we've seen more than 1,000 job losses this year. But despite the difficulties the bushfires, the pandemic and the future hold, we've also seen a fantastic sense of solidarity through the union, particularly in support of AAP and regional media, who have really seen it tough this year. So once again, thanks for all your work. I hope next year is much better for all of us. And let's just stick together and fight for sort of media and journalism industry that you deserve and the country deserves. Thanks.
2020, what to say about the dumpster fire of years? The bin chicken of the decade, if you will. In March, our industry closed almost overnight. Screen and stage stopped. Performers retreated to their homes to be with their families in isolation. And there was an existential crisis. Did the government even know there was an arts industry? And did the general public care? It became apparent that during isolation, people turned to art. They turned to streaming services, they turned to dusting off musical instruments, they turned to sitting around the dinner table, telling stories with their family. And suddenly the media, our fellow members, journalists, were doing stories about the excellent things that art gives us culturally as Australians. Performers looked for belonging during this time because it's hard to be in isolation, because most of what we do is a communal thing. Making films, making television, making stage stories is a communal effort. It is a sense of belonging with a community. So where did performers go when there was no community and no belonging through work? Well, they came to the union. And in union, we became very strong. There are many achievements from this year, even though it was a disastrous year in some respects. But on the positive side, some amazing things happened. We now have world-class and world-first intimacy guidelines. We also have a fantastic industrial agreement with the Michael Cassel Group. And diversity has obviously been at the forefront of lots of the discussions this year in our industry and in our nation. Next year, we will need you, because we are only strong together in union. We make up, as individuals, all members of us, the union. It is the only way we have bargaining power.
The global pandemic that hit us so hard in March has affected every aspect of ECS members' working lives. As live venues shut down, MEAA members across the country kicked into even higher gear, making sure employers understood what workers were facing and pushing for as much support as possible. On TV and film sets across the country, our challenge was to get back to work as soon as possible with COVID-safe protocols, and our members played a huge role in developing guidelines that have not only seen Australian work restart, but also international productions relocate here. And after several years of campaigning, we are close to winning new regulations to force streaming giants like Netflix and Amazon Prime to produce an agreed amount of Australian content. I would like to wish you all a very happy festive season and look forward to seeing you all in 2021.
As we get to the end of this toughest of years, I think all of our members should be proud about the tremendous resilience and strength you've demonstrated in the face of adversity, and the spirit of solidarity and community you've demonstrated in the way that you've looked after each other. This has been a year of campaigning, and we've had some wins along the way. In 2021, we're looking to extend those campaigns and to strengthen them, campaigning for fair wages and better conditions, for greater government support for our industries. So from everyone at MEAA, enjoy the holiday season, take care of your loved ones, take care of yourself, and enjoy the good things in life.